So John Cena retired last night, and his retirement match was with Gunther. The match itself wasn't too bad. It wasn't the best John Cena match, but here's the thing, folks. John Cena always works up, so whoever he's in the ring with, that's how good the match is going to be. It's always kind of been the way. Now, I've never been a John Cena fan. I'm not going to sit here and say that I am. If you listen to any show that I've done, any place where I've worked, anything I've written, I've never really liked John Cena as a wrestler. As a actor, I think he's great, but for a lot of people, he is, the guy. He's the GOAT, which he's not. But, I'm just not a John Cena guy, right? But what's interesting here is, like, the negative aspect to this. You lose on the way out, right? Like, that's the way wrestling works. Anyone who retires, you usually lose. When they don't lose, offhand here, Undertaker winning his match against AJ Styles, Sting winning his retirement match. It's a very rare thing to happen. It's not really supposed to be the way that it is. You lose on your back, right? You go out on your back, and that's what I expected. Now, the show hasn't gone up. Obviously, we recorded the show on Friday, and it hasn't gone up on Spotify. I hope it will soon, but it will be on FM radio on Tuesday. But on that show, I did call it correctly. I was like, look, Cena's losing. There's no way he's winning because Gunther needs to win because he's been on a losing streak. I mean, the man tapped to Jey Uso. you have to... coming back from that is quite hard. So getting the rub from Cena is a huge one, and he did. Like, now he looks like a killer, looks like a monster. And they have a little gimmick now where he's a proper legend killer. Retired Goldberg, retired John Cena. That's what you want. Gunther being now that big super heel really, really is the right call. However, I do agree with the fans and people who I've seen online where they're like, what was that? There's an infamous clip now of Cena and of Punk and Bayley in the crowd during Cena's match, and they look disgusted and shocked by the way it went down. And I would agree, because when Cena tapped, it was like a shock moment. It was similar to when Undertaker was beaten by Brock Lesnar. And I'm not going to lie, was that effective? Yeah, it was. Will you remember? Oh, you will. Yeah, absolutely. But it didn't feel right. Cena losing, that was the only real way to do it. I was expecting it. But pinfall victory or being knocked out or some other kind of way, and that was the right way. There's no other way that made sense here. Cena winning, he doesn't need to win. I mean, at the end of it, he looked like a champion. He was holding the two belts in the company with everybody celebrating. So, him beating Gunther would have just buried Gunther more. But then again, him tapping out in the way that he did, it just sits wrong with me. And again, I'm not a John Cena fan at all. I don't rate his work. I didn't like his character. Like, it's well documented. If anyone listens to any show I've ever done, they will know that, right? But at the same time, his impact on the business is so huge. He is the guy for a lot of people. For a lot of people younger than me, he was their superhero. He's, their Hulk Hogan, their Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. He is that guy for a lot of people, and I absolutely respect that. And I think WWE here have really fumbled this. And, I don't want to lay the blame at Triple H because how much of this was booked by him. There is different reports that John Cena booked it, or it could be TKO call. We genuinely don't know. There's a lot of weird things that happened in that show last night. The weirdest one as well at the end of it, where he takes off all his gear and puts it over the Riyadh symbol. That was strange. Like, it really was. Obviously, leaving your boots in the ring is a thing, but I've never seen someone do that before. So look, I'm interested to see what you guys think on this, because a lot of people are like, hey, I'm done with wrestling. They're not going to watch AEW, because if you're a John Cena fan, true and true, you're not watching AEW. You're just not. And I don't care. If you say you are, you're lying 100%. It's not the same thing. If anything, what happened last night is much more of an AEW thing than a WWE thing. where you just do whatever you want to do. Fans be damned. But at the same time, I think what you're going to see here is you're going to see a lot of wrestling fans just walk away from wrestling, period. And this happens. This happened when Hogan left. This happened when Austin left, in a big way, actually. When Austin left, a lot of people did walk away. This happened when WCW went under. You know, the tribalism has it in such a way that you can't just watch wrestling. You have to, your guy has to win. Look, I'm a huge CM Punk fan, and when he left AEW, I was just okay. I'll still watch it, obviously, for the show, but I'm not invested in it in any way. And when we cover it, I have that sense of detachment from AEW. But again, if I wasn't covering it, if Martin wasn't into it, I probably wouldn't watch it, right? So, but because we do the show, we cover it, I still watch it. So I do actually understand that as well. I think WWE here, you won't see the impact of this maybe until the Royal Rumble happens in Saudi Arabia, the impact from that, WrestleMania, and then you really will see the rubber hit the road here maybe around WrestleMania when it is in Saudi Arabia. And a lot of those people are retired. Next year we're talking Chris Jericho, AJ Styles, maybe Randy Orton, and then Punk is on that list as well. They are starting to work through guys who are retiring. And next year it is going to be Chris Jericho, AJ Styles, and Brock Lesnar probably who will retire. The first two are pretty much confirmed. And in the next 2 years, Randy Orton and Punk. So within 5 years, a lot of the people who are the top stars now in WWE will not be there. They're not building new stars. People are walking away. It's kind of a scary time for WWE, really. But infuriating and annoying the fans the way they did last night is not a way to keep fans happy. It's not a way to keep fans wanting to see more. John Cena shouldn't have won. That's a fact. It did not make sense for him to win. However, he shouldn't have tapped out. His whole thing was never giving up. The way for Cena to lose is a lucky pinfall, or he's beaten to such an extent that he cannot kick out, or even better again, he passes out. Loses but doesn't lose. That's what they should have done. But I'm interested to know what you guys think about this. Did you think the match was good? Do you think the show was good? Four matches, a lot of skits. It was a very, very meh show for me personally. But I'm interested to know. Leave your comments below. If this is your first time checking us out, please do like, share, subscribe. We do a podcast every single week, and we also do a nerd-based podcast as well. There are videos like this, but I am very interested to hear your comments below. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you in the next one.